Hey, what's up, y'all? Tay here, back for another banger video. Just another classic. Just another really great 10 out of 10, undisputed, best video on YouTube type of video. And today I got for you what might be the most insane TikToker I've ever seen. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you for all of the support on the last video. Whenever I released it, I knew it was going to get a lot of views, but I thought most of it was going to be negative from like transphobic people and all of that. But no, the great majority of it was pretty positive, and I just want to say thank you all for that. There were some losers in the comments, some losers and haters in the comments, really just getting on my gears, grinding on my gears even. And, you know, they were handled. We handled the losers and haters, and we don't have to worry about them anymore. And it's a great day. It's a great day to be a Tay fan, I'll tell you that. It's a great day to wake up and be a Tay fan, because we are up and the losers and the haters are down. But anyways, back on topic. I got a dude here that probably thinks that you should be a barefoot slave in like 1473, like sometime in there. I got a man who literally thinks that if you're a person of color, you don't deserve housing. If you're a woman, you don't deserve housing. If you're a poor person, you don't deserve housing. And frankly, I just don't agree. I think that's bad, and I think housing is good. Hot take. Housing people, pretty good thing to do, in my opinion. That might just be me though. But anyways, enough of me waffling about. Let's get to the actual video so that y'all don't think I'm lying.
When Hassan Piker tells you the solution to homelessness is to simply build more houses, keep in mind he doesn't mean houses like these or these.
Alright, you know a TikTok is good when I'm 8 seconds in and I already have a problem with it? Well, the thing is that this is a lie, and it is not true. That's really the root of my problem here, is that it is based on a lie. Hassan Piker, for all of his faults, is a good person and does believe that people should get housing, and does believe that people should get housing like that. You know, a basic apartment, a pretty decent apartment even, with some nice greenery, a nice community. That's pretty good for people to have, I think. And I think it should be the bare minimum in a first world country that is the United States, or for that matter of fact, any first world country. But it sadly isn't. And I don't really like how this is framed to set up either. You see, people don't want to just build more houses, or at least that's not what they want in America. In foreign countries, yeah, they do need more houses, from what I understand. I'm probably wrong, but from what I understand, they do just physically need more houses. But in America, we have more abandoned households than we do homeless people. And there's a pretty easy fix to homelessness. It's called putting people in houses. It's really as simple as that. And I really don't like how dishonestly this is framed. But hey, what else can you expect from a guy who has another TikTok that's saying women should be raped once every 10 years? But anyways.
Basic progressive bitches and midwit socialists are never actually talking about meaningful, tangible steps one can take to increase housing stock in a country. They're not going to pull back environmental regulations. Not at all, sweetie.
My main question here is really just, why should I have to? You can have housing with environmental regulations. It's pretty easy. I already do it daily. My house, and it has environmental regulations. Ooh, that's pretty spooky. But anyways, it's just really dishonest again. Like, okay, leftists don't talk about solutions and how to get there. Yes, they do, or at least a lot of the people I watch do. A lot of the people I watch, they're more than ideologues. They have their ideas, yes, and maybe they have a sort of utopian think to where they have their ideals and they want them to be uncompromised as they come up. And that's really the biggest critique I have of a lot of people that I watch, is that maybe they think a little too utopian and they're a little too hope-pilled, if that makes any sense. But other than that, yeah, there's a lot of people who talk about solutions and the way to get there. Like, I don't know, like I brought up earlier, how there's more abandoned households in the United States than there is homeless people, and the simple fix is to just put homeless people in said abandoned households. Shit, you could even fit like 4 homeless people into one house if you really wanted to. College students do it all the time. It's called a frat house. You can fit like 20 of them in there. Is it the humanest thing? No. Should you do it? No. But you can definitely fit like a good 3 or 4 homeless into a decent sized house. Typically that's called a family.
When it comes to housing, there are 3 factors, and you can only ever, in the best case scenario, have 2 of them. There is universality, there is affordability, and there is quality.
This is, of course, assuming that we're working under a capitalist infrastructure, which ideally we wouldn't be, but we are. And even then, it's still just not very true, because affordability is a relative term and universality isn't a term at all. It just doesn't exist, and you made it up to make yourself sound smart. But affordability, that varies from person to person. What's affordable for one guy is like $1 million fish breakfast, would be like another guy's 7 years of income. Affordability is by far subjective and varies from person to person. You could have the money for, let's say, a $50 steak, and you can have enough money to where your bank account won't be hurting if you buy said $50 steak. But a lot of people still wouldn't view that as affordable, because simply it's kind of frivolous, and you can get a good steak for like $18, $20. So affordability, it's really just a relative term, and then one of the terms is just straight up just not real and you made it up. So that's really cool.
So when Hassan says build more houses, you're gonna get universality, and you're gonna get affordability. That's right. In order for homeless people not to make Hassan sad, you're gonna live here. You're gonna live here, and you're gonna eat crickets, and you're gonna watch the World Economic Forum live stream 24/7, and you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
There is, of course, the very simple question of what is wrong with living in an apartment complex. You know, me personally, if I were to move out anytime soon, I would be looking at a pretty big apartment complex. I don't see what's really wrong in living that type of condition. Really, there's nothing at all. Maybe it's a bit unsanitary, but that's about all I can think of. And if you have a good janitor staff, then it really shouldn't be. And you have choice on where to live. And if you don't want to live somewhere that's kind of unsanitary, you can just straight up choose not to. But let's say if we did put homeless people in housing like that, that's objectively better. You know that having a room is objectively better than having 0 rooms. Let's say I have, for an example, let's say I have $0, okay? In this hypothetical, I have $0, I have no money at all. And then somebody gives me $3. That's an improvement. Is $3 the best thing ever? No. Is it gonna buy me a McDonald's dollar menu burger? Hell yeah, it will. You can do a lot with $3. Not as much as you used to be able to, but you can still do a good bit with $3. You can feed yourself with $3 for maybe about a day and a half if you're really lucky. But the assumption that homeless people would just, turn down housing because it's not very pleasing to the eye is really stupid. And I think this dude would rather have homeless people just be homeless than living like normal people, just living in an apartment, even if it is like a 1-bedroom, 1-room studio. 1 room is better than 0 rooms. 4 walls is better than 0 walls. A bed frame is better than whatever sleeping bag they were sleeping in the night before. I don't get why having a room is objectively a bad thing in this guy's mind. Well, oh, yeah, it's because he's like a Nazi and weird. Yeah, my bad, I forgot. Anyways, if you believe that I'm going too hard on this dude by calling him a Nazi, here is literally a video where he advocates for slave labor. Yeah, it gets wacky up in here. It gets very strange. It gets quite bizarre even. It gets rambunctious. It's really just a bad video. And honestly, given of what I've seen of this dude on like other places, other TikToks, I firmly believe that this is 100% real. I really think that this dude is saying this in all earnesty and that he really believes it. So if anybody is like, whoa, he's obviously just joking, it's obviously just a bad joke, normally people don't commit to this hard to bad jokes. It's kind of like a Schrodinger's asshole type version. You know, guys, no, I was just joking. I wasn't serious at all. I totally didn't mean it, when everybody knows that they meant it. It's just Schrodinger's asshole, but in a Nazi, which is more defendable for some reason online, because we like to pamper Nazis and treat them like soft little babies, when in reality they are genocidal freaks that want you dead, and you shouldn't be sympathizing with them in the slightest. But anyways, I'm gonna let the TikTok play. I'm gonna cut in where I feel like it, every 2.5 seconds. So let's let it roll.
Homeless people have rights, but they also have wrongs, and I want people to start acknowledging that.
Dude, neoliberalism and its effects on the world are so widespread that it has gotten to the Nazis, the guys who claimed to fight neoliberalism. Claimed, keyword. It has gotten to the Nazis, the cute neolib humor, the teehee, women's wrongs, trans wrongs, teehee, that type of stuff. It's so unanimous with the modern day that it has reached the Nazis, dog. The literal Hitler worshippers, dog. The literal Hitler fucking the Hitler soldiers marching in Germany. It has reached them. It teleported into the 1940s, and it told one of Hitler's soldiers a women's wrong joke, and he laughed at it. That's how big neoliberalism is.
Living in an urban area should not feel like a JRPG, where the second you leave your house, you're likely to have an unwanted encounter. If I want to do something as rudimentary as going to the store, there's one guarding the path. There's one by the cash machine. There's one by the door. There's one patrolling the parking lot. I feel like I'm in fucking Pokemon, dude. I can't go anywhere without being pulled into a fucking battle.
I noticed that he's afraid to use the word people, and I truly believe it's because he views homeless people as subhumans who aren't people, or it is a rhetorical strategy to divorce the terms homeless and the term person. Either way, it is equally as evil. One is just a lot smarter than the other, and since, you know, rhetorical strategies are usually the smarter one, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's not what it is, and he just doesn't view homeless people as people, so he doesn't use that term because he is like retarded. I don't say that as an insult, I say it genuinely. I do believe that this person has retardation of some kind, and if it ever came out, hey, I was right. I called it.
Oh, but don't you have empathy for the unhoused? I do have empathy. I want them to be empathetically rounded up, put on empathetic bicycles attached to empathetic power generators, and whipped as they power our cities empathetically.
Now, for the people who said I was being uncharitable, for the straw man that I've invented, of people saying that I've been uncharitable for this dude for calling him a Nazi. What now? What now exactly? Now that he has said he is pro-slave labor, where you at? Where you at defending him? Now that he has said he is objectively pro-slave labor and that he likes slave labor and thinks slave labor is a good thing actually, and that we should have never freed the slaves in... what year was it? But this dude thinks we should have never freed the slaves, it should have never happened, and it was a bad thing that it happened. And you want to know why? It's because, like I told you earlier, he's a Nazi. He subscribes to a loser ideology. He describes to a retarded ideology, a bastard ideology, I believe is the official name, the scientific name even. He subscribes to a bastard ideology that is based on hatred, which personally I don't, because I think hatred is corny. Yeah, that's about it. But anyways, I think I've said my spiel for today, and I think that's been enough. I think I have enough brain rot to last me for maybe a week or two, but I will be back sooner than that. Hopefully. But I definitely do have some sort of terminal cancer that does need treating, and the sooner that I do treat it, the better, because man, it is doing some numbers to me. I can't keep on watching YouTube videos like this, man. It will kill me someday, I swear to God. If this YouTube shit doesn't kill me, fuck, I might just take myself out at this point. Like, I genuinely hate most people on social media sites because they all act like the same dude, the same neoliberal humor, the same exact just tee-hee fucking fascism that has infected our minds, our souls even. It has infected us, and it needs to be purged, to be honest.
But isn't that hypocritical? You just said he was bad for wanting to purge homeless people.
No, it isn't. It isn't hypocritical at all. Because you see, you can have the most beautiful, big wall with the most beautiful, big turrets. And if you don't have anyone there defending it, manning said turrets, what are the turrets good for? Nothing. If you want to live in a free state, you must be willing to defend that free state from people like this. From the Nazis, from the fascists, from the Nazi fascists. The Venn diagram is really one big circle. I don't know why I'm talking like they're two separate ideologies. But, you know, you have to be willing to defend your rights to be free, especially in the modern day world where there are so many people trying to take it away from you. You can have the most beautiful big walls, but if you don't have somebody manning the turrets, you're done, bruh. It's over. But that's been about it for today. I'll see y'all next time with hopefully something not as stupid, and hopefully something better. Yeah, that's been about it. Alright, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Late nights, never see the daylight. Stupid style, travel down the hall. This shit run deeper than a root canal. Slipping through these muddy waters, started with a D-ring. 801, I got it, about to march in with an E-tank. I'm marching with it, harvesting your carbon digits. Date me shit, chop me up, it's 06. I can make it razor flip. Quotient of my potions, Raider Oakland. Think I'm Donald Glover, seeping out the carbon suburbs. Pimp, I hope your fossil suffers. I put my life in the sky, I'm trying to catch it.